Hi Libra and Libra rising. This is your new moon in Libra / solar eclipse video. It's going to be very brief, very quick. There's just tons of information. Hopefully you like my style. And here we go. So this is happening in your fourth. Okay. It's happening in your first house, the first house of self, right? It is this new moon. Intuitively for me is really about you coming into your own. It is really about saying, what do I need? How do I want to express myself? What are my goals? How can I move forward in a way more authentic way, a way more balanced way, right? Libra, balanced, communicative, less indecisive. It is about solar eclipse. It's about breaking the patterns of indecisiveness, breaking the patterns of inauthenticity. Where have you not been giving yourself tons of love and showing up for yourself in a way that brings harmony and balance and sweetness to your soul? I love this for you. I think this is really life-changing, transformative energy. Remember, you have the South Node in your first house as well. And so it is a time for you to be like, hey, this no longer belongs here. I don't have these beliefs anymore. I don't want to behave this way anymore. I don't like when I react in this way. And so it's a time for us to invite in newness, planting seeds of newness. And I just think it's super duper sweet. What else do I want to say? I think that's about it for you. Let's pull a card for you to see how this energy can be showing up. Stay grounded. Page of Cups in reverse. The Page of Cups offers of love, emotional support, and maybe because you are realizing the people that you've surrounded yourself with, or who you used to be aligned with, are not really supporting who you're turning into being. They're not offering the emotional support that you need, and it's kind of sad, and you're kind of like, oh my God, this is terrible. Here's the thing. You can align yourself when you make the decision to stop messing around with people who are not in alignment in who you're becoming. Then you can open the doors for possibilities of inviting in people who are aligned, who are okay with, who not just are okay, but who love who you are showing up to be. It's this idea of like you're leaning into past behaviors, past habits, and you're wondering why new things are not showing up for you. You gotta, if you want new, you gotta be new. Hi, Scorpio and Scorpio risings. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and I'm here with your new moon in Libra video. So here we go. This is happening in your 12th house, the house of endings, which is freaking fantastic because it's also a solar eclipse. It's the house of the subconscious. It's the house of spirituality. And yeah. Oh my God, I almost choked on my spit, which is very common for me, honestly. All right. With this new moon eclipse here, plus the South Node is here, and that moon is going to ding that. So much stuff is probably coming up for you that you thought you had already dealt with, and possibly new things that you're realizing that you need to deal with. Oh my gosh. Love this new moon because it gives you an opportunity to plant seeds of newness, of freshness, to seek out the support you need to heal those patterns, to heal those old wounds, right? It's a time to maybe seek out new spiritual practices that support you in that growth, in that healing process. Because the South Node is there and the new moon and the South Node are going to kiss each other in the 12th house of endings, this is such an amazing, magical time for you to set some intentions around moving forward and how you can release and move forward when it comes to stuff that has just been like bubbling up inside of you. I think this is a great moon for that. Remember, it doesn't happen overnight, it doesn't happen automatically, but plant the seeds, make a plan, and move forward. Scorpios, let's pull a card for you. Yep, Three of Wands. You're now gonna just be Three of Wands, yeah. You're gonna be on this journey of self-discovery, which I think is amazing for you Scorpios, and most of all the fixed signs have just had such a crazy 2 years of like chaos happening in their life and them changing, and it's just been wild. But through this process, you have really said to yourself, hey, this is where I'm thinking about going in life. The Three of Wands is all about the journey. It's not necessarily ending up in the destination, but it is about seeing where you want to go. Maybe this is diving back into a creative expression. Maybe this is, maybe this is diving back into something that's very creative for you to help you heal those things so you can move forward. But this is definitely a self-discovery journey. Be open to the possibilities of this. Please don't get hung up on the wounds and the mistreatment and the past things. See this as an opportunity to move forward, and there's so many possibilities on moving forward. Hope this was helpful. Hello, Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and this is your new moon in Libra video. You know, there's a solar eclipse happening in your 11th house, the house of friendship, hopes, wishes, dreams, networks. Here's the thing. Super amazing time to plant some seeds on how you want your friendships to look. More balanced, more reciprocity, more harmonious, more loving, right? Libra is ruled by Venus. Libra is also balance and harmony. So I would say definitely set some intentions moving forward for friendships that are in alignment like that. Remember, you can set the intentions, but you also have to do the work to move forward. It's not magic, but it is magic. My Palo Santo is going. This is also a sweet time because the new moon is going to kiss the South Node. So things might have been coming up for you in regards to your friendships and your community that you have been with for such a long time. And now you're like, I don't know if these people, these communities are in alignment with who I am at this moment in time. Okay, that is definitely okay. I would sit with that. I would maybe write a list about this is what I'm looking for in my new community, my friendships, and move forward like that. I think this is a great time to allow the friendships and community things to be eclipsed that no longer are aligned to who you are, and then start being open to new people, new communities, and new friendships that align to who you are in this moment in time. Let's pull a card for you, Sagittarius. I have this yoga sister. We did yoga teacher training together, and she just has the best Sag energy. And I know I say I love Scorpios because I do, but Sagittarius are moving their way up. And I just didn't have a lot of them in my life for a long time, and I don't know what it is, but like they're appearing and they're just bringing me so much joy. All right, yeah, okay. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So interesting because you could feel like you've had it all. You had the friendships. They felt very aligned at one time. You had the opportunities for growth with them at one time, but this is in reverse. So maybe for the last 9 weeks, 9 months, I don't want to say 9 years because it doesn't feel like 9 years, but 9 weeks, 9 months, something is changing. And they're not as stable. They're not as grounded. They are not as as they once were. That's absolutely okay. And as we are all growing, it doesn't matter how old you are, we are all growing. These things happen. That's okay. You're just going to set some intentions about, like, you're going to stay true to who you are, 1. 2, you're going to set some intentions about what you want your new friendships, not partnerships, but community to look like. And then you're going to start being open to that. Okay? Have a good time. Hi, Capricorn and Capricorn risings. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and this is your Libra new moon solar eclipse video. This is happening in your 10th house. Fantastic. I think this Libra moon is just a good moon for all of us, honestly. It's wild, but also, I don't know if it's as wild as that full moon in Aries was. So This is a good time for us to like kind of start fresh and anew. This is in the 10th house of career, your public image, your legacy, how you look in the world, like just your public image in the world, your reputation, what you're known for. You know, this is really about bringing harmony and balance and love into that reputation, that career choice. If you've been feeling out of line, out of sorts in your career, like there's just, you've been overworking, and you're Capricorn rising, so you've been overdoing it. This Libra moon, this new Libra moon is really going to have you say, you know what, I'm doing too much and probably not getting paid enough. And if you want me to do this much, there needs to be some balance. And that's the money thing, right? Because we're Capricorns. And the South Node is there too. So it's really about saying, hey, these things no longer serve me. This overworking, hardworking without the benefit of payment or the worth that I need, we need to do something about. And so I love this because this is an opportunity for you to get in alignment with what you want in this house, the 10th house. What do you want your career to look like? What would make it the most harmonious, the most balanced, the most stable, and that you love to do? Venus, you know, come on. Venus rules Libra. This is going to actually make you want to do some things. Like, you're going to see this because it's squaring your rising sign. So it's like you need to do something about it. So set some intentions, but also make a plan. And if anything happens in this house, like let's say, I don't know, I hate to say this because I can't predict the future, but this is an opportunity for you to, like, if things are showing up and they've been toxic for a long time, or they're like past patterns that you're like, I'm sick of this shit in that house. So this could also be like you going from single to engaged, from married to divorced, from divorce to, I don't know, in a relationship again. If there's things that are just not like on the up and up, let this solar eclipse it out of your life. Don't go running and trying to chase it and bring it back. Let it go so you can move forward and be your most authentic, balanced, heart-centered self. Let's pull a card for you. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you're probably like, the thing about Nine of Swords is like you've been worried about something maybe for 9 months, 9 weeks. I don't know if it's been 9 years. I said this to somebody else. Maybe it is 9 years, but there's this worry of like, I do like what I do, but something's not balanced. Something's out of whack. Like, I like what I do, but they're not paying me what I'm worth. I'm ready to be a leader, and they're telling me I need to do this, this, and this, and this. Or like you're struggling because you want to do something brand spanking new. You're tired of the old thing. People knew you as one thing, and you're like, I don't really want to be known as that anymore. All of those are valid. Take some time and see how you want to move forward with that. Plant some intentions. Use this energy to plant some intentions on how to move forward where it's more balanced in your heart space. Hi Aquarius and Aquarius rising, it's your girl Intuitively D, and this is your new moon in Libra / solar eclipse video. This is happening in your 9th house of like legal cases, which honestly I think this might have something to do with legal cases because Libra is justice, the justice card, also the scales of justice, like the balance, and the 9th house deals with like legal cases and the law, but it also has to deal with like higher knowledge, learning, like your faith. So this Libra new moon is an opportune time for you to set some intentions around if there is a legal case that is going on. Set some intentions on, make sure you have all the evidence that you need, make sure you are doing all the things that you need to do so you are balanced and things come out in your favor. Things are heard that are fair. I think this is like fantastic for that, honestly. If this has something to do with higher knowledge, and you're like thinking about like, I want to take this course, I want to do this program, set some intentions around that as well, because Libra is cardinal air. They are knowledgeable. They want to hear both sides. And so this can be like, okay, you need to weigh the programs with the cost or whatever, and make some moves on it. So yeah, definitely do that. If this is about spiritual practices, actually, if this is about travel, book the trip. I just feel like it's a good time for that. Solar eclipse here also means stuff is coming up that is, so let me reverse. The south node here with that solar eclipse also is like there might be stuff coming out, especially about old cases, old faith that you might have, and you're like, this doesn't align with to me anymore, but like everybody in my family, like tradition, everybody does it. This new moon is here to set you on a new trajectory, to move forward in a brand new space, to move forward more authentically, more heart-centered because it's ruled by Venus, more, in a more balanced approach. So this is less about you thinking about, oh, this is what we used to do, more about like, this is what I want to do moving forward. So go ahead and move forward. Set some intentions about moving forward and then make a plan and go. You got this. Let's pull a card, Aquarius. Yeah, you know, it's hard to move. This is 8 of Cups in reverse. It's hard to move away from stuff that you have known all your life. It is hard to move away from comfortability, even if that comfortability has not been supporting you. It is just very challenging to do that. But here's a new moon solar eclipse that is giving you permission and giving you the opportunity to move forward in a way that is more authentic for you. Hopefully this is helpful. Hi Pisces and Pisces rising. It's your girl Intuitively D, and this is your new moon in Libra video. You know, the new moon in Libra is also a solar eclipse, and it's also going to hit the south node in Libra as well. This is happening in your 8th house. Fantastic time to set intentions when it comes to intimate relationships. Balance intimate relationships. Balance and shared resources. This could be with a partner. It could be in a business partnership. It is getting your taxes together, setting some intentions if that has been a thing, really finding like balance and justice if that is also the case with like your taxes, because that's what happens in the 8th house. This can also have be coming up, maybe your insecurity, your fears about being in an intimate relationship or with that person that you're in an intimate relationship with or share resources with. So some of that stuff can be coming up too, rearing its ugly head, these old things that we need to let go of. So this is an absolute great time for you to let go of those patterns that are not serving you when it comes to intimate relationships, when it comes to, it just left my head, shared resources and taxes or inheritances. But this is definitely a time, if you practice sex magic, this would be a really good new moon to really invite in, set some intentions about really becoming a little deeper. Okay, what's the phrase? A little more deeply connected with that person, making sure that there is actual love there, that there's actual balance, harmony, and peace, that things are shared equitably because it's Libra, and that you can have this communication, this very sweet communication about it, okay? Let's pull a card for you, Pisces. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, in reverse. So maybe there are some F-boy, F-girl patterns that have been coming up in you or your partner, and they're just not serving you. They're just not about it. Or maybe you want to go deeper, get more emotionally connected with your partner, and that has been a struggle as well. It's just not going the way that you think it should be going. So this is a time where you have to say, you have to realize, is it worth moving forward, or is it worth like not caring and moving forward? Do I fall back on past behaviors and patterns and then nothing really great happens? Or do I see it for what it is and have a conversation to see if we can bring about some clarity and move forward in a more balanced, intimate loving kind of way? Or do I need to really let it go so I can then find who is my match, who I'm equally yoked to, okay? Have a good time. I think this is fun. Hi, Aries rising and Aries suns, moons. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and this is your Libra and your new moon in Libra video. I know you just got finished with that full moon in your first house, and now right across from you, you have this new moon, and it's a solar eclipse, and you're just like, oh my God, I ain't never been so tired in my damn life. Yeah, well, you might not have it been. The North Node sitting in your first house, the South Node in your 7th house, really asking you to come to terms on what you want in a partnership, specifically business partnership, something that has a contract, marriage relationship, something that has a contract. This new moon is inviting you to really set some seeds of intention to bring in balance, love, equity in your partnerships. If this is a marriage partnership, it is about sitting down with your partner and saying, this is how I think we need to move forward. Or I've been feeling a little bit this way. I think things have been out of balance. And now I love you, but this is like, let's have a conversation on how we can move forward so this is a little more balanced. If this is a business partnership, the same exact thing. If you've been feeling like you've been doing, or they haven't, or vice versa, this is the conversation. This is the time to have the conversation so you guys can move forward in a more equitable, loving, fair way. I actually really like this for you. It's about really not holding Libra in the 7th. Libra is the ruler of the 7th. Venus is the ruler of the 7th in your chart. And this could give way to like codependency, kind of attributes, you just going with the flow and not saying your piece. The South Node is here to say like, stop doing that. Stop being super codependent. Stop like letting people just bulldoze you and have their way with you. This is about you setting some boundaries and you being okay with saying like, no, this is what I need in a loving relationship. This is what I need it to look like so it's balanced and where there's reciprocity, okay? Let's pull a card. All these reversals, it's wild, honestly. 6 of Swords in reverse. 6 of Swords typically is you're moving on, going away. Like, you're done, right? This, so funny that it's happening in your 7th house, is really about like, you might have dabbled with the idea of leaving. But there's something about it that you're staying. You feel the need to stay. I'm here to ask you to ask yourself, do you need to stay? Do you need to put up with it? Or are you putting things, like lining things up so you can leave? So you can have the conversation. So when it's time to go, let's go. Or, hear me out, you left already. That full moon eclipse was, that full moon in your first house was like, yeah, no, bye. You know, so there's several ways you can take this. If this is like something that's been going on for 6 months, 6 weeks, probably even 6 years, and the communication is just like, I would say take a very hard look at yourself and say like, is this where I want to stay? Or is it time for me to move on? Okay. Okay. Hi, Taurus and Taurus rising. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and here's your new moon in Libra video. This is happening in your 6th house. So please set some intentions on how you can bring balance into your work life, into your daily schedule. If this has something to do with your health and you have been overworking and you haven't had time enough to take care of yourself, this new moon is saying, hey, we need to really put ourselves first. We need to really love ourselves. We really need to bring some balance into our life. Listen to it. You know this intuitively. It's probably been whispering in your ear for quite a while. Especially because the South Node is here. The South Node in your 6th house right now is like, no, this schedule ain't gonna work. This fitness routine is not working. You have some bad habits that you need to like really take a look at and start like redesigning, reviewing. And this new moon here is like, yeah, we'll help you. We will help you bring some balance into your daily life, into your daily work schedule, into your health and fitness routines. I am here for this for you. I think this is a great time to really take stock of what that looks like for you and really get serious about it, especially as we go in through the holidays, and especially because we have this last full moon eclipse in your first house in like 2 weeks. So like, yes, please start getting it together. Okay. What else do I want to say? Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say for that. Let's pull a card for you, Taurus risings. These doggone reverses, so crazy. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Pentacles usually is like you have all the money, all the stability, all the financial gain. With it being in reverse, especially because it has, if it's in the 6th house, has, to me, it intuitively, where the words at? It intuitively says, like, maybe you have been overworking and not making the money that you thought you would be making by doing all the overtime. And maybe like, you're like, okay, I'm putting in all this work and I'm not seeing like the benefits of it. Okay, now you know. And so now there's time to change. Can you see it? Sorry. Now it's time to see if you can change something so we can flip this the right way. I'm never going to be an astrologer that's like, or a tarot reader and astrologer that's like, oh yeah, you have a reversal and this means, yeah, money is coming to you. No, this shit means it's slow or you're not making enough. Okay. And this could be because you are overworked, like you just are out of whack and you need a moment to be like, okay, I'm working too much. I thought if I had worked overtime and given up whatever, these health routines, that I would be making more money and more opportunities would come to me. And it just hasn't worked out that way. Okay, let's realign. Let this new moon help you realign. Hi, Gemini and Gemini risings. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and this is your new moon in Libra solar eclipse video. This is happening in the 5th house in your chart, and I like it. You know, it's bringing some love, some harmony, some balance into your dating and romance life, maybe even into your creativity and self-expression. Maybe even with your children. It's really a time to plant some seeds about how you can bring some balance into your dating life, into your romance life. If this has something to do about like a creative project or creative expression, this is really helping you do it from the heart space, a little more heart-centered and maybe not so manic, but a little more balanced. You're a Gemini, so this is like a sister, you know, this is cardinal air and you're mutable air, so you're not new to this energy. But what you are new to is just kind of like wanting to do it, start fresh, because, you know, Geminis do have this thing of like being indecisive, right? Of being like, can't commit to one thing. Whereas Libra can start something and they might not finish it, but they are going to start it. So I would say definitely set some intentions around how you want your romantic dating life to look. How do you want it to look? During your new moon ritual, see it clearly in your mind's eye. Like you're in it, you're there, you see it, it's happening, okay? Don't waver. I know. Don't waver on it. When you become very clear how you want it to look, it makes it so much easier to filter out the shit when it doesn't look right to you, if that makes sense. But if you're not very clear, then you will keep accepting crumbs and dabbling into shit that you don't need to be dabbling into because you're not completely clear, right? Be very clear so when you get thrown crumbs, you can throw them right back and be like, no, I eat whole cakes. I eat whole cookies. Okay? I was going to say something else, but it left my brain. Yeah, this is also because junk people from the past might be coming up. People that used to like mess with heavy, and they're like, well, why can't we mess with each other heavy? Because I've grown up. Okay, don't dabble with that bullshit. This new moon is hitting the south node there. It is going to bring people from the past, romantic behaviors, patterns that you're like, ugh, I remember when I used to be like that, but I'm not really like that, but that seems kind of comfortable. It does, but we ain't there no more. Leave that, okay? Let's set some new intentions about how this life wants to look. Let's pull a card after I've like lectured you. You know. I think every card I've pulled has been a reverse. Every card. Reverse Hierophant. Here's the thing. You might have to break out of tradition. You might have to go outside the box. You might have to do something that is not typical what most people are doing when it comes to the romantic life, the part dating, romance, or creative self-expression. You might just have to take one of your wild ass ideas and see it through, because it will get us there, right? I love the Hierophant when it's like, I mean, I guess I do. I don't know how I feel about the Hierophant sometimes. Sometimes because it means tradition, and like tradition and like just doing things in a way that has always been done. And with it in reverse, it's like, no, you need to try something new. Let the new Libra moon really open up your eyes, open up opportunities for different ways to connect when it comes to dating and romance, really from the heart space, and things that are equitable and balanced. There has to be reciprocity. Hi, Cancer and Cancer Rising. It's your girl, Intuitively D, and this is your new moon in Libra solar eclipse video. This is happening in your 4th house. The moon inherently rules the 4th house. So this moon here is going to feel like it's at home. However, it's going to be squaring your 1st house, right? Because it's a cardinal sign. You are also a cardinal sign. The thing about this is maybe there's been some home things, some family things, some domestic things. And maybe you want things to look a little bit better, feel a little bit better in that space. And this new moon can help you set some intentions around maybe having a more aesthetically pleasing space, maybe having a better relationship with the people that are in that space that you live in, whether it be family, roommates, whoever's living in the home space. This could also be issues with the mother. If you are having issues with the mother, or you're not having issues with the mother, this can bring in new ways of relating, ways that are more balanced, more loving, more harmonious, more peaceful. If you're having issues, maybe you want to reach out. Look, if you don't, that's fine by me. But this is like, if you can, right? This is not no contact, my parents were abusers kind of shit. Don't. But if this is like, oh, there was a misunderstanding, this can open the doors for more communication that happens in a more loving, fair, and balanced way. I just think this is kind of sweet and subtle. This is really going to bring, like, you are going to be like, I don't like this anymore. I'm ready to get rid of this habit. I'm ready to not live with these people maybe, and maybe search for a new place to live. That can all be this as well. So just be open to that understanding. But yeah, set some intentions around maybe, honestly, for me, it's like aesthetics and family things. Aesthetics. So set some intentions because it can bring in like lovely things. Let's pull a card. It's not a reverse, but it's the 4 of Cups. So this is probably, so this tells me that there probably is something going on in the family, or even in the people that live in the home, where you're feeling left out. You're not, there is somebody that's like, hey, come on. You're like, but no one else is. Da, 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 da. This new moon can help you set some intentions to see that you do have cups, that you do have emotional support. It might not look like the way that you want it to look like, but it's there. Seek it out. Be open to it. This is also if it's 4 because it's the 4th house. Like, I just think that's pretty interesting as well. So if there is something where you don't feel emotionally supported, set some intentions with this Libra moon to say, like, I really want to feel emotionally supported and loved in my home space or in my family. How do I get there? That's a super sweet. This moon can help you do that. I hope this is helpful. Hi, Leo and Leo risings, my peoples. This is your new moon in Libra solar eclipse video. This is happening in the 3rd house of communication, short distance travel, siblings, cousins. What can I say? This is all about speaking your piece. Maybe not speaking your piece, but this is all about communicating in a way that feels very authentic to you, that is very loving, that brings harmony and balance in your life. I'm a Leo rising. I'm also a natal Libra moon as well. And so this is an opportunity for you to get very clear on what you want to say to your community. Speak your piece, basically. And it's really, I hate speak your piece because I think speak your piece is like you have some shit to say to people. But this is more about if you have a new idea about publishing, writing something, social media platform, if you're trying to put yourself out there online, this is a great time to set some intentions about how you can move forward with that. That is definitely in a balanced, harmonious way. I feel like if you're speaking, it needs to come from the heart. It needs to it needs to be heart-centered. I would say if this is about traveling, definitely have a good time and, book a trip, because this could bring opportunities for speaking engagements and things of that nature. If this is communication with a family member, like a sibling or female cousins, or even the mother, this can create some kind of harmonious communication with them, or it can bring, because it's gonna hit the south node that's there, and it's like, no, I really don't want to talk to them anymore. Like, no, I don't think this is repairable. So I just think it's about going inward a little bit, letting things that don't align with your communication style or who you are and how you want to communicate authentically go, but then also setting intentions on how you can move forward in a more authentic, loving, balanced, fair way when you're speaking, writing, and sharing on social media. Let's pull a card. I don't know why I said let's have. A miracle. It's a card, and it's in the upright, and it is, oh, the glare got me. The Queen of Cups. So maybe this is a conversation that you're having, and it's very emotional, and it's very loving. I would say, like, if a conversation that needs to happen, do it in the most loving, communicative way. Say things from the heart, not necessarily the mind. Sometimes air signs are more up here, right? If we're talking about Aquarius, we're talking about Gemini. But Libra moons have something about them that is very heart-centered. Like, they love relationships. They love being in relationships, whether it's like a friendship or an actual romantic relationship. And they're going to tell you from the heart. So I would say this is like, yeah, go ahead and have that emotional conversation and be open to the love that comes from it, okay? Okay. Hi, Virgo and Virgo rising. This ring light messed me up, so I'm recording your video all over again. This is your new moon in Libra video. This is happening in your 2nd house of self-worth, self-value, but also your finances. This new moon is such a great time for you to start planting seeds and intentions around really realizing you are worthy of the promotion, worthy of the money that you're making, that you are worthy. I know it has been a rough time for y'all. It has been actually kind of wonky and feeling destabilizing. But this new moon, because it has the solar eclipse is there, and the south node is there, these feelings of lack, these feelings of like maybe anxiety and maybe worry could be boiling up. But here's the thing, you are worthy, you are magnificent, you deserve to make the money that you want to make, you deserve to be in a job that is something that you like to do. So allow this new moon to really help you plant seeds around self-worth, self-love, and financial stability, if that's also the thing. But for me, I think for Virgos, it's really about honing into this self-love thing, this feeling of worth. And if that means you need to write some affirmations down and say them every day, if this means you need to listen to some affirmations every single day to really start believing that you are worthy of all your dreams and desires, then do it. Okay, let's pull a card for you. So funny, Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody else got this same exact card, and it is really the card of like maybe finances have been slow, maybe more has been going out than coming in, and you've been trying to budget but it's just not working, and you don't feel like you have it all together. You don't feel super stable. You feel kind of like rocky, and you kind of feel rocky. And this could be for the last 9 months, honestly. Could have been for the last 9 weeks. But see this as an opportunity to really be like, all right, I have been feeling lack. I have been feeling like I'm not worthy of this. And really hone in and find some affirmations to really work on your your self-mindset, that self-worth. I would say also maybe listening to some solar plexus chakra crystal bowls or a sound bath, because that's where our self-esteem lives as well. So maybe that might help. But definitely work like journaling, affirmations. That would be pretty beneficial to you at this point. I hope this has been helpful.